How do you personally prepare for the comedy festival mentally?
Mentally, usually I have a minor breakdown and blame my wife for everything that's going wrong or going on around me, really, and my kids, and phone my mother and tell her that she was no good for me, you know, and just generally pass the buck. So just be a horrible person up until the day of the festival, and then I'm all right for everyone else.
When you were out there on stage, who would be your ideal front row?
You know the American programs, Friends and Joey and How I Met Your Mother, that all those people who laugh at anything that anyone says, like 3 times per sentence, and some amputees, and maybe, you know, some children just mixed in to the mix. So, and obviously good old New Zealanders, who are my favourite people on earth.
Did you think you would end up doing comedy? Like, are you happy how your life's turned out?
Absolutely. It was obvious from an early age that comedy was going to be the thing that took me. You know, I had people laughing at school all the time. Well, when I dropped my towel in the shower was when that started, and then you kind of move on from there. And yeah, it's just been really good. I was the guy. You know, when you go to school and you have the guy who draws the willies in the books. That was me. That was me throughout the country. I moved around just drawing willies in books and moved on. I drew a willy on Sigmund Freud's head in psychology, and they phoned my mother about it, so that was, analyse that.
How do you draw the cock and balls? Do you put
cock
hair
and balls,
on,
we can say cock and balls.
The cock and ball,
Cock and balls has got 3 hairs on each side, on each ball, per ball. You know, the hair to ball ratio is 3 to 1, and you obviously have got the central divide on the bell.
Who's your nemesis in the world of New Zealand comedy? Because it's a very close-knit community.
Is it? I would never have known. My nemesis would be anyone who's more successful than I am. So it's better off saying who it isn't. Rhys Darby, in a way, would be a nice nemesis, if that makes sense. Because my daughter, my favourite quote from my daughter was, "Daddy, Daddy, when will you be in a film with Jim Carrey?" And I was like, thanks. Because we can't even afford to hire a film with Jim Carrey in it, even one of the shit ones, which Rhys Darby's in.
She's set the bar pretty high, the daughter.
Yeah, but she's a ginger, so.
Do you have any particular sort of good luck charm that you sort of take on stage with you, even sort of a metaphorical one?
Heineken times 3, each gig, and a pen. A good comedian always has a pen. I got that off Rhys Darby.
Worst thing that's happened to you during one of your shows?
The woman stood up and said, "You're fucking sick," and walked out on joke 1.
What was the subject matter?
9/11.
Is it too soon for 9/11?
12 years. 12 years. Get over yourself, America. I'm going to speak to America now, directly. Get over yourself, America. Yeah, we've had terrorism in the UK, where I'm from, for decades. Yeah, you have one little thing, and you think you've invented terrorism. And we had the 7/7 bombings, which work on both calendars.
Is there any joke you wouldn't go near? Is there anything that you wouldn't touch?
No. I've explained, and genuinely explained to other comedians, if I die, I expect a joke within the hour. On stage, up there, at the Classic or wherever, you know, I expect a joke straight away, and a sick joke to be said in front of my grieving wife. And I expect an award at the Comedy Festival, not the Comedy Festival, the Comedy Guild Awards, for the Reuben Lee Award for established comedian who's not as good as he or she thinks they are.